Hey everybody, it is day 15 of the Clean 21 program cleanse. I'm here in my office doing some work on some new Uncle Bruce videos and some music video tuning, fine tuning stuff going on. And I wanted to just do another video update here. I feel like these are getting redundant because a lot of the stuff I'm saying is very similar video to video, but it is all about consistency. And I want to be true to my word when I say I'm going to do a video every day. There was that 3 day gap there where I needed some time to relax. And I encourage you, if you ever feel like you need to take some time to relax, even though you made a commitment to do something, make sure that you take that little sidebar and commit to that time to relax, knowing that you're going to be getting back into the program again. It's okay to take a break. I mentioned in one of my other videos about how the eyes blinking in terms of synchronicity, lubricating your vision, punctuating your vision is absolutely important. So in this case, fractally speaking, taking time off and having a break, a very thoughtful break, is like taking that moment to blink your eyes in your life. You got to have that time to rest if you need to rest. And especially when you're doing a cleanse, you need to take rest. I've noticed that more so with this particular cleanse, I think, just because it's I don't know. It's different. It's different. One of the things that Alejandro mentioned in the group chat that we had with our fellow cleanse participants is the big difference with this cleanse compared to something like a juice cleanse or a master cleanse is that it's designed for sustainability. Interesting little story about doing a juice cleanse is it's totally not sustainable. One of the things that I know that from personal experience, I've heard, you watch the documentary, which if you haven't seen it, definitely recommend it. Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. This guy does a juice cleanse that's, I think like 3 months of a juice cleanse, and he's very healthy. But one of the things that Alejandro mentioned is how when you don't have protein in your system, you're not giving your body your cells, the building blocks to actually do the maintenance. And use the analogy, if you hire a cleaning crew to come to your house but don't provide any cleaning supplies like mops, brooms, cleaning sprays, and multi-surface cleaner, then it's like you got all the people there to clean, but you don't have anything to do the work with. And he described that as an analogy to when you do something like a juice cleanse or a master cleanse for prolonged periods of time, you're providing your body with the opportunity to clean itself and to cleanse and to be healthy, but you're not giving any of the building blocks. In this case, it would be proteins. If you don't have any protein in your system, then there's a big difference. And I think that has a big part to do with why most of the time, I would say 95% of the time I've been doing this cleanse, it's been relatively easy because there's a meal involved. There's no chore or feeling like, oh my God, I got to make another juice. I got to keep doing this. And this way I just had my lunch today, and I'm definitely making sure that I get my lunch and meal in, my main meal of the day, in between noon and 2. That's really the sweet spot for me because I've noticed I get headaches if I don't do that. So having that meal in the day, I feel totally satisfied and nourished, and then a shake at night. One of the changes I've made is I'm now going to stop doing the shake in the morning. That was one of the things that Alejandro mentioned, is that I guess as you go further, once you're at this point in the cleanse, if you have a goal to lose weight, or if you're feeling too full, which often is the case with with this particular cleanse, I've noticed. I feel like the shakes, with all the ingredients that go into it, besides the protein packet, you've got the frozen fruit, you've got all this other stuff, it becomes kind of heavy. So I'm really interested. I'm just kidding. My viewfinder on my watch here I don't know if it's still working, but here, is it still working? Are we still filming? Yes. I'm just going to trust that you can see me here. Actually, you know what? I can't trust it. I don't want it to be cutting off the top of my head. I'm a little bit too much of a perfectionist, I guess, in that way, like that. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, yeah, one of my main goals obviously is to lose weight, so I'm going to stop doing the cleanse, the shake in the morning for the rest of the week, which is one more week to go now, less than a week now, because I'm not really that hungry during the early part of the day. What I do is I have my matcha with a cup of almond milk, a little Kanto, Lakanto is a really good alternative sweetener. It's not like stevia. Stevia tends to have like a little bit of an aftertaste. Everybody's different. Everybody likes different things. But the two sweeteners I've been using in replace of sugar for certain things like matcha are Lakanto, which is basically a monk fruit extract. You can look up what that is. I think it comes from the Far East. And then there's also Boca Sweet, which is very similar, but I tend to like Lakanto better. I don't know why. I think it has less of a cooling effect. I don't know. Varies moment to moment what I think the difference between all of these are. But anyway, after I have my matcha and I have my hydrate water, I'm not hungry. I'm really not hungry until I don't until lunchtime. So it's got the okay to basically omit the first part of the first shake of the day. So I'm feeling really good. Today for lunch, I had some leftover. It was my first time having it. A butternut. I believe it's a spaghetti squash with some chicken sausage and roast. It's all roasted together. I probably should put together a list of all the recipes that I've done. Maybe as a final part of the video, like a post cleanse review of all this stuff. I'll make a description comment about all of the different recipes and foods that I've eaten so far on this cleanse, and they're all really good. Yeah, so there was a lot of food, but as I started eating it, I realized how hungry I was, and I ate it. I know I had that salad a couple of days ago, and I felt too full, but I think that was because I waited way late in the day to eat my meal. It was like 4:30 by the time I had my meal, and I had a headache and felt uncomfortable. At this stage of the day, having the amount of food, which I thought I wouldn't need to eat all of it, I ate it all, and I feel really good. Having things like bread and refined processed food, you totally feel a difference in your body with how you're processing it. If I ate a meal that size that had bread or potatoes in it, I'd be passed out. I mentioned that with the macaroni and cheese video, the vegan macaroni and cheese. If I had that same amount of macaroni and cheese with cheese and wheat grain macaroni or whatever, I'd be on the couch sleeping right now. But I feel good. I just feel satisfied, and I know it's healthy for me because it's just vegetables and there's chicken. That's one of the things in this cleanse that I wonder about. Just not the efficacy of it at all, but just having meat involved. There are workarounds. You don't have to have meat, but it's just interesting to me that you can have certain kinds of meat and still not be interfering with the detoxification and the cleansing of your body. Just chicken, lamb, and that's about it. Those are the only forms of meat that I've been having throughout this cleanse, and definitely feel a difference. I'm interested to see how that's going to go afterwards. I want to try when I make a burger eventually. I want to get brisket. I might have to make videos just after the cleanse to show and document how the process of digesting these foods is after the cleanse. Reintegrating eggs in or reintegrating wheat. Going to be very picky about what kind of wheat or gluten I want. It's like I mentioned Uncle Bruce that I'm going to add gluten in at some point. He said, why? Why would you add gluten? And it just sounds bad, right? Gluten. Why would you add gluten? Well, there's certain breads that I am interested to get that have gluten, but they're organic gluten, organic wheat gluten. So I'm not going to have any processed white bread or anything like that. I'm just going to be very mindful about it. Pastas, things like that. So, we'll see how it goes. And feeling really good. I just there's been some issues going to sleep last night just with a lot on my mind. But other than that, once I kind of do a little meditation-esque process to kind of quiet that down, and once I close my eyes, go right to sleep. That's one of the best parts about this cleanse is at the end of the day, I'm just tired and I want to go to bed. And in the morning, I wake up around 7 and I feel refreshed. Before the cleanse, I would wake up and be pretty tired and laggy for the first hour or two after waking up. And My doctor even mentioned to me, when I told her that, she said, "Oh, you're supposed to feel refreshed when you wake up." It's like, yeah, you're right. That totally makes sense. But all these things are contributing to it. So yeah, feeling really good, and I am happy to just report that to you. So every now and then I want to just go on a little rant about stuff that's going on in my life that I'm thinking about a lot. And I'm probably not going to do that this time. I might just keep these video logs specific to the cleanse. But right now, I'm thinking a lot about the pandemic. I'm thinking a lot about our health and the way that we treat ourselves, the type of foods that we eat, the type of messaging that's going out there about taking care of ourselves. It's lacking in the messaging. There is no message of take care of yourself. It's just protect yourself, and that gets conflated with taking care of yourself. It's just all this stuff is just. I mentioned this before in terms of activism. There's always a big question of what can we do in this world to make it a better place, and a big important message to me a long time ago was that it's not about really what you do that's going to change the world. It's about your being. Maybe we've done enough. It's like, what do I do? What do I do? Maybe stop. Maybe doing things is what led to the crises that we're in right now. So just stop and be for a minute. And this cleanse is totally a demonstration of that. Exactly. It's like, just stop doing, just be. Just get into a mind-body cell connection with your digestion system and just get all on the same page with your systems. So in terms of activism, what can you do? Take care of yourself. It is absolutely important, and it is not something to be neglected or minimalized. It is so important. If you want to change the world, you got to take care of yourself. You got to change yourself first. Don't go out there, tell other people what to do. Live it and breathe it and walk it and eat it as well. So that's what this is. And we're going to have more videos. I'm doing a podcast with my friend John later this week, so that'll be up on my channel. You can check that out, and I'm sure we're going to talk a lot about this type of stuff. And yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. If you're having a cleanse or if you're not having a cleanse, and if you're watching this video and you feel inspired at all, I'm just so happy that you are. It means a lot to me. I can feel that happening as I am making this shift. I think about this. I've told this to people before. Like, anytime you get into a deep conversation about any sort of topic with somebody, and you think, oh man, we're the only ones having this conversation right now. Everyone out there, if only more people could do this. I've always had this inner knowing or this inner sense that every time you have a conversation like that with somebody, you got to imagine the amount of people on the planet. There are at least, I don't even know, just like a ton of people that are having that exact conversation in other languages and other different ways. So I just have that translated over to this. It's like, I'm feeling good. I'm going through this cleanse, and I just trust and know that other people are doing it too. It's not about telling other people what to do. It's about living by example. So still have a lot of work to do. Still have a long way to go. It's only January, I got my glasses on, 17th. So a little bit of a rocky start in some ways, but the cleanse is really what has been keeping me solid. So thank you again for everybody being here. And if you have any thoughts or suggestions on meal recipes, or you want to talk about anything, please just comment in the section below, and we can get into that. All right, everybody. On to day 16. See you tomorrow.